Formative practice 9.1 1. Draw. J. 2. No. Sense of touch is not a reliable method to be used because the temperature cannot be observed in this manner. 3. A. Activity 9.1 1. Thumbtack K on the copper rod falls off first because it is the closest to the heat source. 2. 3. The convection current can be seen clearly. 4. Place a thermometer to the surface of the bell jar. Experiment 9.1 1. The temperature of water decreases the most in flat-bottom flask and because action, force, reaction, force. 16. Aluminum is not a good heat insulator and transfers heat from the water faster. 2. Flat-bottom flask is used as a control to be compared with the result of the experiment. Formative practice 9.2 1. The heating of water begins around the coil of the heater. Hot water moves upwards and cold water moves downwards. This convection process enables the water to be heated faster. 2. The aluminum foil is a good heat conductor that can hasten the process of cooking the chicken. 3. A polystyrene container is a heat insulator that prevents heat from the surroundings reaching the ice cubes, so the process of melting of the ice cubes can be slowed down. 4. The blanket functions as a heat insulator. The heat from the body is trapped in the blanket and it controls the body temperature so that it is not too cold. Activity 9.4 1. The metal bar that has been heated cannot be inserted into the gauge because the metal bar has expanded. 2. Colored water is used so that the change in the water level is easily visible. 3. Expansion and contraction of air inside the balloon cause the size of the balloon to change. Formative practice 9.3 1. The volume of water increases. 2. The cable contracts when it is cold, so it will not cause any damages. 3. Yes, expansion and contraction can damage the structure of buildings and cause the walls to crack. Experiment 9.2 A1. Can K. 2. The temperature in can K increases more after 10 分钟 use because dark objects absorb heat faster than white objects. B1. Can K. 2. The temperature in can K decreases more after 10 分钟 use because dark objects radiate heat faster than white objects. 3. Radiation. 4. Students answer. Formative practice 9.4 1. Bright colors are poor heat absorbers, therefore we feel cooler. 2. The shiny inner surface enables heat from the hot water to be reflected again inside and the temperature of the hot water is maintained. 3. Heat absorber. The cooling agent of the car engine and ice pack, heat radiator, candles and pots. Any other answers are accepted. Summative practice 9. 1. A. The windscreen of the car cracked because a sudden change in the temperature causes a non-uniform contraction of the layer of the windscreen. B. Wind down the windows of the car before turning on the air conditioner to allow the hot air from inside the car to escape first. 2. High heat caused by hot weather or burning of rubbish would increase the pressure inside the can and cause it to explode. 3. Switch on a bulb inside a vacuum flask. After a few minutes the flask will become hot. This proves that heat can transfer without a medium through radiation. 4. A. The convection current is caused by the change in the density of fluid particles. The hot fluid particles will expand, become lighter, then rise. Whereas, the cold fluid particles become more dense and move downwards. The continuous flow of this fluid causes convection. 17. Irradiation is the fastest heat transfer method because it does not need any medium for propagation. Hart's Mastery 9. 5. Dyer can use two thin blankets sewn together to solve this problem. Two thin blankets sewn together trap heat between them. Air, which is a heat insulator poor conductor of heat, prevents body heat from escaping to its surroundings. Any other answers are accepted. 6. Open the lid of the polystyrene for the heat to be released to its surroundings. Through the surface of water, place the beaker in a container with ice for the heat to be released quickly. Chapter 10. Activity 10.1. A1. Sound is not heard because there is no medium for sound to propagate. 2. Air, water and flour. B1. A towel, B metal sheet. 2. Glass is a good reflector of sound. Formative practice 10.1. 1. Vibration of insect wings. Vibration of plucked guitar strings. Vibration of air in a trumpet and a pipe. Vibration of a voice box. Any other answers are accepted. 2. C. 3. They absorb and prevent reflection of sound. Activity 10.2. 1. A loudness increases when amplitude increases. B. Pitch of sound increases when frequency increases. 2. When amplitude increases, size of vibration of wave also increases. A louder sound is produced. 3. A louder and higher pitch of sound is produced. Activity 10.4. 1. Pitch of sound increases. 2. The nearer the distance between sound source and observer, the higher the frequency of sound. 3. No, because there is no relative movement from the person who carries the sound source and the sound source. Formative practice 10.2. 1. The voice box of women produces sound with higher frequency compared to the voice box of men, so women's voice has a higher pitch. 2. A. 3. A. Formative practice 10.3. 1. Yes, distance of source that is far from the surface causes sound to lose energy, resulting in a weaker echo. 2. The rough walls of a cave causes reflection of sound in all directions. This causes echo to be heard repeatedly. 3. I. To examine condition of fetus in the womb. I. To estimate depth of sea. Summative practice 10. 1. Use two polystyrene cups connected with a string. The polystyrene cups trap sound waves. The string will help to transfer the sound waves. 2. A. B. 3. Sound will propagate faster in air of higher temperature because transfer of sound energy can occur faster due to the higher kinetic energy of air molecules. 4. A. Sound is reflected by a hard surface, such as the wall. B. Furniture will absorb some sounds 18. And reduce the effect of reflection. 5. A. Ultrasound waves are transmitted by a scanner probe that is moved across the belly of a pregnant mother. The ultrasound waves are reflected when it hits the fetus in the womb. Information from the reflection will be shown as an image on the monitor screen. The advantages of ultrasound, not harmful to the fetus in the womb, can be done more often or repeatedly. Painless, does not use radiation. Results can be obtained immediately. C. To determine the depth of sea. To locate schools of fish in the sea. To detect cracks inside engines. To clean jewelry. Any other answers are accepted. 6. A pitch of sound increases because tighter guitar string produces higher frequency of vibration. B. Strength of sound increases because amplitude of vibration increases. Heart's mastery 时. 7. Install layers of sound absorber from soft material to reduce reflection of loud sound. Layer of sound absorber from materials such as sponge, cushion and softwood to reduce the effect of reflection of sound waves. Any other answers are accepted. 8. Use high-frequency signals such as lasers that operate at frequency of light. Data in digital form will be changed to analog and can be detected by receiver through transmission of laser light. Chapter 11. Formative Practice 11.1. 1. A galaxy, a set of bodies that are made up of millions of stars together with gas and dust. 2. The birth of a star is believed to have happened through the nebular hypothesis. I. The nebula cloud that contains gas and dust begins to compress due to the gravity action on it. EI. Stronger gravity causes the gas and dust to be compressed in the center and start to rotate. EE. As time passes, this object becomes bigger, more compact, and its gravity increases. Its rotation also becomes faster. If the nebula begins to shrink and form a hot and high-density core, this hot core releases its heat and light as a result of the nuclear reaction, and then it forms a star. 3. The Earth's temperature will become very low because there is no heat from the sun. B. There will be no day and night phenomenon because the Earth has no source of light. C. Living things on Earth will die due to extremely low temperature. 4. Size, color, temperature, brightness and distance from Earth. 5. The temperature of a star is determined through observation of the color of the star as seen from Earth using a telescope. Summative practice 11. 1. A star. B 6000 K2 7500 K. C. When the temperature and pressure at the core become too high, a nuclear reaction will take place. Hydrogen gas is converted into helium. A lot of heat and light energy will be released. 19. 2. Yes. The sun emits its own light. B. This is because the sun is the closest star to Earth. 3. In my opinion, the mission would not be successful because the diameter of a galaxy such as the Milky Way can reach up to hundreds of light years. In addition, the distance between the Milky Way galaxy and the Andromeda galaxy can also reach up to thousands of light years. Therefore, taking into consideration the factor of human age that can only reach approximately 100 years, an astronaut would not be able to stay alive and make it to the Andromeda galaxy. Any other answers are accepted. Heart's mastery 11. 4. The spaceship has to be designed using materials that can reflect heat and withstand heat of more than 10,000 Ki. This material needs to reflect heat because the temperature in the spaceship cannot get too high, as the human body is not be able to withstand high temperatures. Other than that, this vehicle needs to be a high-speed vehicle because factors such as human age and long distance will not enable the astronauts to make it to the sun. Chapter 12. Activity 12.1. Table 12.1. Planets. Distance from Sun km. Distance from Sun AU. Distance from Sun Li. Mercury 5.79乘以107 0.396.09乘以10比6。Venus 1.08乘以108 0.721.14乘以10比5。Earth 1.50乘以108.01.58乘以10比5。Mars 2.28乘以108.522.4乘以10比5。Jupiter 7.78乘以108.5.198.19乘以10比5。Saturn 1.43乘以109.51.51乘以10比4。Uranus 2.87乘以199.3.02乘以10比4。Neptune 4.5乘以10934.74乘以10比4。Formative practice 12.1 AU and Li are used because the distance of the planets in the solar system is too great and can reach up to millions of kilometers. Therefore, relative units, such as AU and Li, are used so that the numbers in the calculation of distance between planets would not be too big. 2. Mercury. 3. The further the distance between a planet and the Sun, the lower its surface temperature. Summative practice 12. A8 planets. B. The planet that is closest to the Sun is Mercury, and the planet that is furthest from the Sun is Neptune. C. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun. The closer the planet is to the Sun, the faster the planet orbits the Sun. A. The Earth rotates from west to east. B. On Venus, the Sun rises in the west and sets in the east. C. If the Earth stops rotating, longer days occur on the surface that faces the Sun, while longer nights occur on the surface that is away from the Sun. The area of the Earth that faces the Sun will experience dry seasons. 3. A distance 4.37 Li. Distance in km 等于 distance in Li 乘以 9.5 乘以1012千米等于 4.37 乘以 9.5 乘以1012等于 4.15 乘以1013千米。B. Distance 4.15乘以1013 km. Distance in AU 等于 4.15乘以1013千米 1.5乘以108 km 2.76乘以105 AU 20 4. Student S answer. All products may be accepted if it uses recyclable materials. 5. A. The hottest planet is planet P. The coldest planet is planet Q. This is because planet P is the closest to the Sun, while planet Q is the furthest from the Sun. B. Planet Q. The further a planet is from the Sun, the more time it needs to travel around the Sun in one orbit. Hart's mastery 12. 6. A. Venus does not have enough water and oxygen necessary for living things. Refer to table 12.2. B. The statement made by Louis is correct. Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system. This is because Venus has a high carbon dioxide content in its atmosphere. This causes the reflected heat to be trapped in the atmosphere. Therefore, it increases the surface temperature of the planet. 7. Europa has a possibility of having living things because it has seawater, which is needed for living things. Chapter 13. Formative practice 13.1 When a meteoroid moves close to the Earth, it will enter the atmosphere of the Earth due to the gravity of the Earth. When a meteoroid enters the atmosphere of the Earth and burns, it will be known as a meteor. If the meteor does not stop burning in the atmosphere, and reaches the Earth as rock fragments, the meteor will then be known as a meteorite. 2. Collisions between an asteroid and the Earth happen because the path of the asteroid path intersects with or is very close to the orbit of the Earth. If an asteroid and the Earth are at the intersection point at the same time, a collision might happen. 3. When the path of a comet is close to the Sun, the high temperature of the Sun will cause part of the ice structure of the comet to change into gas, which shapes the tail of the comet, due to the fact that the area with gas has a lower mass than the head portion. The tail portion will always be away from the Sun because of the effect of the gravity of the Sun on the comet. Summative practice 13. 1. A Cooper D Jupiter, B meteoroid Emmer, C comet F asteroid. 2. Meteorite, a meteoritized hits the surface of the Earth. A meteor would not reach the Earth as it would have burned out before it reaches the Earth. 3. Meteor, a meteor shower happens when many meteors enter the Earth at the same time. 4. If a large asteroid less than 10,000 meters in size enters the atmosphere, the species at the area of impact and about 100 kilometers around the area will be destroyed. However, if the asteroid is 10,000 meters or bigger in size, the entire species on the Earth will face extinction, as what happened to the dinosaurs. It can be avoided by changing the course of the asteroid or breaking it into smaller rock fragments. A spaceship can be used to attach explosives to the asteroid or shoot it with bombs that have strong explosive powers before it reaches Earth. The asteroid impact 65 million years ago destroyed living things and caused a change in temperature. The temperature in one area reduced drastically while the temperature in another area increased drastically, causing the death of dinosaurs. 21. This opinion is acceptable. This is because each scientists have their own opinion and theory about events that happened millions of years ago. If there are any signs or evidence, a theory can be debated and scientists can study it again. Yes, it can. This is because some asteroids have their own gravity while some don't. For an asteroid that has its own gravity, its mass has the ability to continue expanding and attracting other asteroids nearby to combine. When the asteroid becomes too large, this asteroid can become a planet. 6. Meteors in space are larger in size and have higher speeds. When they reach the Earth, their size and speed reduce due to the friction with the atmosphere. Therefore, the effects of collision will be worse in space as compared to the Earth. Hot's Mastery 13. In my opinion, the collision can happen after they pass Mars and before they reach Jupiter. This is because there is an asteroid belt in the area which can cause collision. But yes, this is because if there is a collision with a large object, the rotation of the Earth on its axis can change. When the speed of rotation is affected, the gravity of the Sun and other planets will influence the Earth and pull the Earth towards it. This phenomenon can cause the Earth to slip from its orbit. 谢